Hello, my bitty bees. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing this look right here, which was a really spur of the moment kind of dewy skin meets, I don't know, autumn colors theme. It's honestly a mix of like my daily makeup with a little bit of like extra in there. First off, I'm using my favorite Benefit brow pencil to do my brows as I honestly normally do. So I always focus on the tail end, making that the darkest while filling in the sparse areas and extending it, then a few fake hair strokes in the front, and then also, of course, balancing out any sparse areas, buffing it with the brush provided, and then just kind of making sure that all the areas look kind of symmetrical, but not too symmetrical. Like, I'm honestly not that finicky about it just because like no brows are the exact same side to side. And then going in with this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel in clear. This has been my favorite since I bought it. It really sets the hairs in place nice and firmly. And I always go for more of like a bushy, brushed up stroke look. Then I'm taking my soft glam palette by Anastasia and taking the shade Rustic and a very medium density fluffy brush. I'm just using it as my transition shade all throughout my crease area. I actually do this literally every single day, and then taking whatever is left over and just lightly dragging it across the lower lash line and connecting it at the outer corner to the crease area as well. Then going into this old Innisfree palette. I think I got it like maybe 3 to 4 years ago. Anyway, I still love it. It's still amazing. Taking the dark brown matte shade and a smaller, more dense blending brush. I'm using that just isolated into the crease area and softly buffing it together. Then I'm also taking a little bit and pulling it on the outer half of my lower lash line and connecting it to that outer corner once again. Then just going back in with the previous blush and buffing it together. Then taking the shimmery golden brown shade and a more densely packed synthetic brush, I'm just packing that onto the lid area and lightly pulling it upwards into that darker crease shade, but not too much, just enough so it's not like a solid transition line. Then just buffing it all together with that same transition color again. Next, taking my all-time favorite Bobbi Brown highlighter. I got this when I was living in Japan literally like 4 years ago, and it's still not even close to hitting pan. I use it every day on my brow bone and then also on my inner corner. I literally do this with every look and every day. It's my favorite highlighter. Next, for the fun part, I'm taking Jeffree Star's liquid lipstick in Unicorn Blood, and with an angled synthetic brush, I'm actually using it as my eyeliner. That's the one thing I like about his liquid lipstick brand, is that it's vegan, it's eye safe, you can use it literally anywhere, you can even put it in your waterline. It's totally safe around the eyes. So I'm just doing this today and creating a nice, gentle, yet long cat eye effect. I don't like having it pulled up and angled too high, but just enough so it gives a little flare. Then curling my lashes and applying this Heroine makeup lengthening mascara. I'm not actually too sure what it's called. I don't really recommend it. Like, it's all right, but it's not as good as Majorca Lash King, but it gets the job done. So just applying that as per usual onto the upper lashes, and then going in with these, I'm pretty sure they're Kiss lashes in little black dress, and taking my Velour Lashes black eyelash glue. I am just applying those. They're nice and wispy, and then of course going in for a nice glass of wine. And then I'm taking my Play 101 pencil by Etude House in the shade 32 Tightline my waterline, just to give a little extra red tone and flare. Then taking this DUP eyeliner in brown, I'm just going in and lightly deepening that liquid eyeliner that we already applied, but very, very thinly because I don't want to cover up any of the red. Then going in and touching up the lower lashes with the same mascara I used before. Now onto base makeup, I'm using my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation. This is my favorite everyday foundation. I've actually gone through 2 whole bottles of this. This is the end of my second one and I need to buy more. Then taking my beauty blender and Physicians Formula setting powder, or not powder, setting spray, I'm using that to dampen my beauty blender and then just using that to buff out my foundation. I like doing it like this because it kind of sets the foundation without me having to get it on my eyes. You know, when you spray it, it gets on your eyelids. I don't like that. It makes my makeup look like, I don't know, like makes my eyeshadow crease. So I like doing it like this. I feel like I just get a better effect. I don't have to use as much powder on my face, and it's just overall great. And then pulling whatever is left over down onto my neck for a seamless blend. Then going in with my Jeffree Star Concealer in the shade, I'm not too sure to be honest. In the shade C13, and then dotting it and blending it with my concealer brush from Eco Tools. I'm just using that on my under eye, pulling whatever is left over down and around my nose, and then just slowly buffing and blending a little bit in between my eyes along the bridge of my nose, and then pulling it up a little bit towards my temples so I get a nice illuminated effect. This is my favorite Charlotte Tilbury contouring liquid. It's in medium, the shade medium. It's so good. I've actually also gone through 2 of these products. I'm just finishing up my second. It's honestly the best contouring product I've ever personally used, and I am definitely going to be buying another one. It's just perfect for bronzing and contouring everywhere on the face. It doesn't feel heavy whatsoever, and it blends so seamlessly without settling in the pores. I've used some contouring liquids before where they've actually settled in the pores and made it look like I have horrible blackheads. This doesn't do it. And I'm just doing my usual nose contour, so accentuating the edges and then making a little line above the ball of my nose. And then of course I'm going to be going in with my fingers and just lightly blending it out so it doesn't look so obviously contoured, and just a little tap tap there, tap tap here. And then taking this NYX bronzer that I recently got from them. It's kind of like a nice summery, shimmery bronzer. I like using it as blush as an alternative because it has a really warm tone to it with a little bit of red undertones, and I think it works lovely as a blush if you're going for more of that warm look. Then taking that same Bobbi Brown highlighter from before, I'm just applying that to the high points of my face, so cheekbones, and then on the tip of my nose, but not like on the end of the tip, like on the high point of the tip, a little bit up. And then just buffing everything out with my finger again. Then taking this MAC Cosmetics lip liner in Strip Down, which is my new favorite. I am just going ahead and lining my lips. I'm not overlining, I'm literally just following my natural lip line. And then I go in and fill in all around my lips as well. But I really like to do this just because it gives a really subtle effect if you use it kind of as a lipstick alternative and then buff it with your fingers. That's what I usually do whenever I'm going out or doing more of a heavier makeup look. I just like to soften it with my fingers. And then recently I fell in love with pairing it with a lip tint. And of course my favorite lip tint colors are always orange based. This one's kind of a nice orangey coral color from Etude House. I got it years ago, so no clue if they even still continue this. That's like the one problem with Korean cosmetics, is it's such like a fast turnover rate that products you fall in love with will be gone next season. Anyway, that's literally the makeup look. I love it. For the contact lenses, if anyone's wondering, they are Lil Moon's Cream Beige One Day Lenses by Rolla. They're a Japanese contact lens brand with a slight enlarging effect. I'll link them below as well. But that's literally the look. It's super dewy, super glowy, very minimal and not too heavy, but still gives that wow factor. So if you're someone who doesn't like very bold, heavy eye makeup looks or just makeup looks in general, this is a really great go-to look if you want to flare it up, or if you're having an evening out and want to be a little bit bold with a fun eyeliner color like red. I really enjoyed doing it. It felt super autumny for me, and I just love having dewy skin, bold brows, just looking kind of like moist and healthy on the skin and glowy. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye.
I wanna be alone with you.